Hello everyone, my name is Ahmad Muharam Jiddan Wahono, and in this presentation, we will present to you about Pandan restaurant. And before we go to the material, uh, let's introduce ourselves before. Okay, first is me, Ahmad Muharam Jiddan Wahono, and the next is my partner is Amalia Swastika Indra Prasetya and Praba Arya Elmahdi. Okay, next is Praba Arya Elmahdi.
Okay, I'm going to present you guys about the schematic of diagram. So we have four tables here. The first one is customer identity, second one is customer's order, third one is customer's payment, and the last one is cashier identity. And then next is table design. This is specific table design for customer's identity. So we have ID customers with chart type, and the width of type is 10, and then the description is ID of customers, and then we have customer's name, which is the name of the customers. It is in varchar type, and it has 50 width range. Next we have customer sex. It is the gender of the customer. It is in chart type with the width of 6. And the last one for this table is phone number. It is the mobile number of the customer. It is in varchar type with the maximum width is 20. Next one is customer order. So we have ID order here, which is the ID of order, and then the ID customers, which is the ID customers, the same one. Both are in chart type with the maximum width of 10, and then we have customer name, the same as the last table, and then order date in the date type, and then it is the date of the order, and then we have quantity here. It is the quantity of the order, how much the customer order. It is in varchar with the maximum width of 100, and then we have price, which is the cost of the order, and total cost, which is the total cost of the order. Both are in type of money.
Okay, in this table, that is customer payment, we have a lot of column like ID payment. We use ID payment with data type is char and width is 10, and description is ID of customer, and after that is data order, data type is char, and width is 10, and that is ID of order. And next is customers, sorry, ID customers. uh, ID customers, we use data type is char, and width is 10, and description is name of customers. And in in customer's name, we use varchar, and width is 50, and the description of customer's name is name of customers. Okay, and uh, PyDat. In PyDat, we use data type is dat, and width is null or not, and the description is date of payment. And after that, we have pay method, and we use data type is char, and width is 10, and the description is method of payment. And the last in this table is ID cashier, and we use data type is char, and width is 10, and description is ID of cashier. Cashier identity. In cashier identity, we just have two column, that is ID cashier, and cashier name. ID cashier we use data type is char, width is 10, and description is ID of cashier. And in the cashier name, we use data type is varchar, and width is 50, and description is name of cashier. Next is Amalia.
Next, I will explain financial performance, customer payment, financial required. One ID payment must be unique, so be either in the format or ID payment like 0 until 9, 0 until 9, 0 until 9, 0 until 9, 0 until 9. Method is for validation. Primary constraint not all clause in the create table assessment. And two values required ID order should be either in the format like or ID order like 0 until 9, 0 until 9, 0 until 9, 0 until 9, 0 until 9. Method used for validation, check consent not all clause in the created type assessment. And 3. Pressure required ID customer should be either in the format or ID customer like 0 until 9, 0 until 9, 0 until 9, 0 until 9, 0 until 9. Method used for validation, check consent not all in the create table assessment. And 4. Validation required pay method should be entered in the format or pay method it debit, credit, cash. Method used for validation, check constraint not all clause in the create table assessment. 5. Validation required ID customer should be either in the format or ID cashier like 0 until 9, 0 until 9, 0 until 9, 0 until 0 until 9. Method for use for validation, check constraint not all clause in the create table assessment. Next, cashier. Validation required ID cashier. Method used for validation, primary constraint not all clause in the create table assessment. Next, we will open question and answer session. That's for our presentation that's explaining about Pandan restaurant. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.